or Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is now saying that that PSA is tantamount to treason and sedition, that these lawmakers should be indicted and arrested, and that they should even be hung for their crimes, which are not crimes, by the way. And it comes as there has been a skyrocketing number of phone calls being made to outside legal counsel from within the United States military, trying to get advice on whether or not they should follow certain orders handed down by the president and by the Secretary of Defense concerning Gaza, concerning the National Guard deployment on U.S. soil, and even concerning strikes in the Southern Caribbean. I need your help to make this go everywhere. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, because the President of the United States is openly calling for the arrest and death of Democratic lawmakers who are asking service members simply follow your orders.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem HaKakadash. This is the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto thy foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. Surely there's a great division in America as I'm speaking. And this division, today's what, the 20th? So I'm putting this up on the 21st. And I'm going to show it, the actual video, and what's being said. And this is all happening during the process of this Epstein file that's supposed to be coming out soon. So, like we always say before, always expect something is about to go down. For them to get this distracted, everything's a psyop, like Apostle Taha always says. Everything's a psyop. So, in order to keep everybody distracted from the Epstein list, the Epstein files, they always bring up something. And wasn't we not talking about many months ago about Iran and Israel? And the other news that's out there too is Ukraine has conceded. Ukraine has conceded, and that's not something that's publicly out there. So something is gonna come up of this thing. And the buzzword, which he's gonna say, Trump said it, is sedition. But let me let it play. Let me show what's going on.
This is a significant development. I want you to watch the PSA issued by these lawmakers first before we jump into what Trump said this morning.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly. Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy. Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now. Americans trust their military,
but that trust is at risk. This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens. Like us, you all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army, or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you. We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution, and who we are as Americans. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
And why are they promoting this thing? One, the great divide within the nation. Okay, and Trump's administration and the way they're doing things. I forgot to do the video. No one, you know what? I'll probably put it in this one. And Trump's cabinet, the people that works for Trump are nothing but natural born kiss asses. I'm gonna put it with this video as well. And when you hear these people kissing this guy's ass like he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. He was the greatest thing since the Messiah. In the way they say things, and you could tell this guy is an egotistical, egotistical, proud demon. All right, and so this is why he's. This is. So I'm gonna let this play out.
Now, that's a powerful PSA that was issued by those members of Congress. You had Senator Mark Kelly, you had Maggie Goodlander, Elisa Slotkin, Jason Crow. These are all former service members in various branches of the United States military, and they're just urging, essentially, the intelligence community and the military to follow your orders. That's all they're doing.
And this is an inside coup. This is it's an inside job. All right, and this is what the administration and the powers that be they want. They want a great division within the United States. All right, they want civilians against civilians. They want sides to be taken. So don't believe. We always say don't believe the hype. This is the same filthy bird. Okay, this is the same horn, and because it's the same horn, the same bird, then they're all in cahoots together. See, they the ones that could tell people to go out there and do go against the powers that be. But the powers that be, they're all best friends, and they want the people to react to the what they're doing.
This was released on social media, and Jason Crow got some pushback on military joint versus. This is one President DJT calling it really bad and dangerous to our country. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. And he went on to start amplifying messages on his Truth Social account. This is one from a random user, hang them, George Washington would. Another one, indict all of them, from another random Truth Social user.
So to show you, he's inciting the exact thing that he said himself, that he's accusing other people of doing. So he himself is exciting this. All right. And why is he exciting this? Because this is what they want. This is their desire. Real quick. Luke 11:18. It says, if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? So it's giving us a clue that Satan, if he's divided against himself, his kingdom cannot stand. All right. It cannot stand at all. So we're seeing the division, but once again, it's not the powers that be that are divided. Well, yeah, that are divided is the powers that be that's inciting the division. All right. They're the ones that's pushing this division amongst the people. Real quick, which is all biblical. Isaiah 19:2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother. So the Egyptians, the modern day Egypt, is America. All right. The Lord is setting the Egyptians, the Americans against the Americans. Political differences, ideology differences. Okay, you got people that lost their family members because they voted for this guy or that person. So there's all these different divisions that's taken upon these people. You have male versus female. Okay, you have different races right now, which is another show in itself. But you have I didn't even know, I was watching it last night. I should have took the video on Instagram, but I was like, into some random shit. So in Michigan, Dearborn, there was what you call it, like a city committee, whatever, and the people come in and complain, and the city is ran by Muslims now because they voted the Muslims in. So you had this random dude. All right, he's leading the charge and talking about America this, America that, and Amazing Lucas. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that real quick. And this is the video. I'm gonna let it play.
I mean, it gives a little credence to the argument. It's a misinterpretation of what they're reading. So we've seen this since slave times, how they've tried to bastardize the Bible to justify their evil or heinous acts. We see this currently. And now we get to the point where we have Jewish men, LARPing, trying to cause so division amongst Christians and Muslims over the fear of Islam.
The Muslim community is looking to drag us back. They're looking to oppress women, oppress homosexuals. They're looking to destroy everything that makes America great.
Now, if we...
So you heard it from yourself, and I seen the video, and this guy was going all in. He was talking shit, but didn't know that he was a small hat wearer. And the small hatters try not to associate themselves with their other brethren. So we could clearly see that the spirit of division is in the air. All right, it's being pushed out there. We could clearly see it, because these are the same people that's going around saying that, oh, they victimized and so forth, but the Lord's putting that spirit of division in America. All right, so it said, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his neighbor, everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom, in which we could clearly see. All right, now part of, like I said, the council, I gotta bring up another video. The council that this woman was breaking it down, of the people that's counseling Trump, Nero, they're just clear kiss asses, and this is exactly what he likes. All right, so I'm gonna get that video next. Hold on. All right, this is the current video right here, and you're gonna check it out. What she's saying. What she's not saying nothing. She's just expecting this thing to be spreading, but they're not. But here, check it out.
In his life. This is exactly why, and it is friggin' wild. My attempt to summarize this meeting, just no matter how hard I tried, just could simply not do it justice. And this is one of those things you really have to see for yourself.
As we approach Labor Day weekend here, this is just such a great opportunity really to recognize your leadership as a true champion for working people. Everyone knows there's no stronger advocate for hardworking American families than you, sir.
Mr. President, it's pretty great to celebrate Labor Day with a builder who loves labor.
Mr. President, I invite you to see your big, beautiful face on the banner in front of the Department of Labor, because you are really the transformational president of the American worker.
The average family and individual that lives in this country is safer than they've been in years because of what you've done.
Our country has never been so secure thanks to you.
You have breathed life back into the profession of law enforcement.
Your tireless campaign and your relentless messaging made people realize the American dream isn't dead. It's just been smothered, and we're unsmothering it and setting it loose.
You have brought us back from the edge. You have the overwhelming mandate from the American people. You're restoring confidence in government.
All the industries that have been killed in this country are coming back to life because of you. You are going to save the whales on the East Coast.
Thank you for saving college football, by the way. We're all very grateful.
This is the greatest cabinet working for the greatest president. What we are accomplishing now, again, wouldn't be possible if not for your leadership.
God bless your assembly of this team around this table. We're bringing the American dream back.
I do believe we're in a revolution. 1776 was the first one. 1863 or so with Abraham Lincoln was the second. This is the third, with Donald Trump leading the way.
There's only one thing I wish for. That noble committee finally gets its act together and realizes that you are the single finest candidate since the Nobel Peace Nobel Award was ever talked about to receive that award.
So
I mean, what did I tell you? I really couldn't summarize that.
So you could clearly see the people that's in his cabinet amongst them are nothing but a bunch of kiss asses. You're talking about respective persons. That's one hell of a respectable person. So his ego has been shattered when some of the Democrats decide, you know what, tell the military not to follow orders. And his response was to do what? Let them hang. That was his response. All right, so we could clearly see that this great division, even though a lot of them are actors and so forth, that shit trickles down, and it trickles down with the people. All right, the people are nothing but pawns in this. All this. And one film that reminded me of when you watch the movie Civil War, and at the end of the movie, when they went to ask before they got rid of the president, the guy asked him, "Why did you do that for? Like why?" And he didn't really get an answer, and they took him out. So you could clearly see that this thing is stirring up. So it says, verse 3, Isaiah 19:3. The spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. So in the middle of all this shit that's going on, this an invasive so-called new revolution and all this other stuff, the spirit of this American dream, this nightmare, is failing. It's failing everybody. All right. He has no resistance. And if he does get a little resistance from anybody, what's that chick, Marjorie Green or something like that? He publicly blast her. So it's a shit show. All right. It says, I will destroy the council thereof. Hey, the same one. Spirit. I was looking for that since last night. And it made perfect sense. The Lord is destroying that council. Look how they was kissing his ass. All right. They're not giving this man no sort of constructive advice or any sort. He just being told what he wants to hear. And if he's being told what he wants to hear, guess what? He's happy. He's satisfied. If he's not being told what he don't want to hear, he's ranting and rooting. He wants to ruin people's lives. Now he's talking about executing people. It says, and they shall seek to their idols and their charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards. And everything is done by timing. Perfect time, perfect location. All right. This is how they operate with things. He said, "This is what did it say?" It said, "For the past 9 months, this is the greatest for the presidency of all the stuff that he did, which is all bullshit, which is straight bullshit. He made the country far worse than the last idiot, and now they're saying that he has dementia, just like the last one. He called him Sleepy Joe and all this because the spirit of Egypt is failing. It's failing. All right." And it says, and the Egyptians will I give over unto the hand of a cruel Lord. And he's becoming crueler by the second because he has dementia. He had ICE agents that's getting away with technically murder, rape, robbery. All right. They doing as they please wherever they go. And his whole thing, he said it twice. One, he said they're not harsh enough. The other one, he said that America doesn't have enough talent. So they need migrants at the same time. They need to get rid of migrants. It says, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And we are in that stead right now. 2nd Ezra 15. So what did he said when they disagreed with him? The very word. And they've been using that word a lot, showing that the scriptures, showing that the Lord is bad, man. Everything that the scripture says, somehow, some way, it goes out in the public, proving that what the Lord said about his word not even void. Was it a couple months ago, it was talking about World War III, which is like a forbidden thing not to talk about. Now they're talking about sedition. And it says 15:15, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So they're the ones that's invoking that sedition. All right. And sedition is mainly talk. It's talking about overthrow. So it's the people that's above that are pushing out this vibration out there. All right. For there shall be sedition among men. I was going to go look it up. I don't have to do that. It says, in invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their own power, because they're going to take matters into their own hand. They're going to deem it so. You got a lot of Trump supporters. You have a lot of division that's taking place. All right. You got people that's against Trump. This is all in one. They're talking about impeaching him. That's a new thing now. They want to impeach, not a new thing, but especially if he's talking about hanging officials. So we living in some great times right now. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.